Yo guys, in today's video we're going to be talking about religion, specifically Hinduism, and 5 lessons that I've learned from reading the Bhagavad Gita. So if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, but yeah, let's get into it. The first lesson from the Bhagavad Gita is that we are all warriors. The Bhagavad Gita itself is set on a battlefield, and people have interpreted this to be representative of the inner war that we all must fight. This is the war between the lower part of our nature and the higher part of our nature, and the war between good and evil. The Bhagavad Gita says that one must deliver himself with the help of his mind and not degrade himself. The mind is the friend of the conditioned soul and his enemy as well. What I get from this is that we can all be our own best friend and our own ally, and we can all be our own worst enemy and adversary. We must keep close guard to make sure that we become the former rather than the latter. Lesson 2, which is everything is connected. Separation is an illusion. In Hinduism, they have a term called Maya, which refers to illusion and the deceptive nature of the material world, which makes us perceive things differently from their true essence. And Krishna often talks about it being hard to break out and break away from Maya and the illusions of the world. Across many religions from all over the world and different time periods, as well as spiritual traditions, the illusion of separation is consistent. This, in my opinion, adds to its validity and reliability as a concept. It also links into what Hinduism and the Bhagavad Gita talk about as the true self, which is our consciousness. We are all conscious beings, and therefore our consciousness is one. Although we are all different individual points of awareness and consciousness, we are all part of one unified consciousness and one infinite and eternal consciousness. Lesson 3. Another path is always open. The true self, consciousness, is never touched by actions. You may get blocked in one capacity, but another always remains open. Just like the Stoics say, we always have an opportunity in every situation and circumstance to respond, and the response will define our character and our destiny. And this is why you can never be stopped, and you can always turn what has happened into an opportunity. As Marcus Aurelius says, the impediment to action advances action, and what stands in the way becomes the way. You cannot change the past, but you can change the present, and therefore change the future. You may be blocked in one capacity, and one path may be closed or obstructed, but another always remains open. Lesson 4. Practice detachment. Attachment to worldly things is what the Bhagavad Gita says continues to fuel the illusion. We must learn to detach ourselves from the results of our actions, and we should focus on the process rather than the destination. It is in the process that the work is done, and the work is what we have a right to, but we do not have a right to the fruits of our work. We must do our work as human beings, as all other creatures must do their work. We must practice detachment from the results of our work. We must practice serving, giving, selflessly, cultivating our actions, not in hopes for the results that may stem from those actions, but the doing of the actions themselves. We must prioritize the giving of our gifts rather than the receiving of others' gifts to us. Lesson 5. The power of belief. Our beliefs and our faith is very important because they affect our actions, and our actions affect our destiny. Our destiny is not determined by the external world, as a lot of hopeless people seem to believe, but our destiny is determined by what we do, what we believe, and what we have faith in. You are what you believe in. You become that which you believe you can become. The Bhagavad Gita emphasizes the importance of belief, because belief is what will lead us to act within the world. If you believe in free will, then you are more likely to cultivate your actions and therefore your life in that way. But if you are deterministic, you're more likely to give up, and you're more likely to prioritize the external world and blame it for many of the happenings in your life. You must cultivate your beliefs very carefully. A lot of people have beliefs that they don't even know why they have them. You need to analyze your own beliefs, because your beliefs are hugely important in defining what you do and who you are. At the end of this video, I just want to talk about the secularization of society. British society in particular, of which I am a part, is one of the most secular societies in the world as of right now. And secularism has been rising since the scientific revolution. But even Albert Einstein said, "Science without religion is lame, and religion without science is blind." We must combine the two, and we must go beyond the dualities of life to realize the whole. Neglecting the spiritual part of your life is one of the biggest mistakes that you can make. Trust me, I've been there, where you're in a nihilistic pit of meaninglessness. Living a life without purpose and meaning is not a life you want to live. And this is certainly what I've realized through studying religions. I used to be an outright atheist, complete atheist. But now, after spending a lot of time reading scriptures and religious texts, I've realized that there are so many valuable lessons, realizations, and knowledge embedded within religion. I personally study religions to expand my own consciousness and my spirituality, and I think you should do the same. I wrote down a brilliant quote by Jordan Peterson to add in at the end of this video, which I'm going to say now. In the West, we have been withdrawing from our tradition, religion, and even nation-centered cultures, partly to decrease the danger of group conflict, but we are increasingly falling prey to the desperation of meaninglessness, and that is no improvement at all. But we need meaning, and we need purpose, and we need faith. But don't just talk about the change, be the change. If you enjoyed this video, go down and like and subscribe so that this channel, this video, and this message reaches more people. Thank you for watching.